The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather round the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by the Barbecue Broker.
Yeah, dog.
Hi, brother.
What's up, bro?
Nothing. What's happening?
How was your week? Was it exciting? Did you think about me?
Every day, baby.
We talk every day.
Yes, we do.
So.
What's going on?
Oh, good. Lots going on this week. Lots of stuff happening. What is that?
I like that shit.
Did you cook anything this week? I know we always
did.
gotta get this out of the way
did.
before we start the show every week. What'd you cook?
I cooked. We did pulled pork lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
Trial run.
Pulled pork lasagna.
I did the pulled pork.
That sounds fucking amazing.
But Claudia, Mrs. Maggs, did all the rest of the legwork.
Yep.
Because I was hurting after stacking that cord and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So she took the reins, kind enough to do it, and man, it came out tremendous.
So that's interesting. Now I've seen, Chef Max,
Mm-hmm.
right? Texarkana Barbecue. I've seen him make brisket lasagna.
Yeah.
So anything smoked meat in a lasagna, yes, thank you.
Because how it came about, real quick, because with the whole first floor issue we had, we lost all the kids' books. So JJ's got to read some stuff. So JJ started reading my cookbooks. So he had picked up one of Billy Gillespie's books, and Claudia was flipping through it and said, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on, what do we got here?" So yeah. I'm gonna add a couple little different things.
Yeah, tweaks.
And yeah, we'll have to definitely video that bad boy.
Not too many tweaks at once, or you won't remember.
No. As long as I'm tweaking and not twerking.
I would pay to see you twerk.
Yeah, you don't got enough money.
We should do. What if I fed you in ribs? Forget the money.
Everybody's got
barbecue,
a price,
right? Well, speaking of ribs, I actually did a couple test racks. I always feel like I'm doing test racks.
Mm-hmm.
Ribs are funny like that because you could do them so many freaking goddamn ways. But I wanted to test out the new NEP rub. I think this is the final.
Oh,
it's still in beta. New England Pitmaster all-purpose rub. It's still in beta.
Hold on,
but I think this is the final. I think this is the final batch.
I think this is is this the batch Kent was telling me about the other night?
Oh, Kent already heard it. How did he hear this batch already? You like that seal on that bottle?
I like that seal.
What do you got there? You gonna do this on the air? So you can tell me if you hate it, you like it. What's the story? Look at you go. Yeah, let me get on the action just a little bit.
I like it.
Refresh my memory. That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you taste there.
I got some onion. I got some garlic, paprika, some chili powder.
There's some chili powders in there. No.
Cumin.
It's a little bit, not too much though, because you easily can overpower a rub with too much cumin.
That's nice.
Cumin. Not bad, right?
That's nice.
Well, speaking of, I did them unwrapped anyway because I like to do that test every once in a while. 4.5 hours unwrapped in the Weber kettle. One with mine and one with Uncle Steve's
shake.
Pig powder.
Yes, because there was a nice box that showed up yesterday for an event that we got this coming weekend.
Holy moly, what a care package.
He's unbelievable.
Uncle Steve sent for the event that we're the New England Pitmaster and Long Blue Cat Brewery collaboration beer celebration event this Saturday. Uncle Steve is supplying the rub. He sent me a ton of pig and cow powder and a bunch of samples that we're going to give out to everybody.
Fantastic.
We'll make a little table for him. We'll hang his flag, and I might even wear it as a cape when I'm working.
That's it.
If that's COVID, if that's allowed during COVID times, we'll see. But holy crap. So that takes us into the event real quick before we start. Huge event this Saturday. Long Blue Cat. Celebrate the Beer collaboration that we have with them. The Q session.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice low alcohol by volume beer, so you can kind of drink while and not get too wasted while you're working. Those 9% IPAs are gonna hurt. But anyway, it's gonna be an awesome event at the Long Blue Cap Brewery, 1 to 10. It's an all-day event.
1
So
p.m. to 10 p.m.
It's $40 a ticket, which might seem a little high at first, but
It's worth it,
dude,
all day long.
where can you go eat barbecue for less than $25 to $30 a person?
Go to any barbecue restaurant and get a full slab of ribs for under $20. That's all I have to say.
Half a slab is $19 plus your size of your drink. You're at $27.50.
You're at 35 plus a tip. You're at
Tack
$30.
on $10.
You're done.
And because we're donating all proceeds to charity, so it's also for a good cause. So I hope people show up and give us an excuse to get our awesome group together and just freaking rage.
Tremendous. Don't forget your cigars, though.
Ooh, yes, the cigars.
Yes.
Can't wait.
So.
Oh, speaking of cigars.
Dude, you fucked up my read. How dare you, woman?
Just go, will you? We got things to do.
Whether we are barbecuing or not, we're always keeping the smoke rolling thanks to our friends at twoguyscigars.com. Today, we're smoking the brand new Charter Oak Habano. Thanks to our friends from twoguyscigars.com, we get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world, and so can you. Just visit twoguyscigars.com for your perfect barbecue companion. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com.
Am I your perfect barbecue companion?
Mrs. Maggs is.
Oh.
But she does things that
she's
you
not,
don't.
Is she watching? You had to say that. I'm convinced. What's up, Mike C? What's up, Daddy Dutch? I got a surprise coming for you real soon. And Uncle Steve is in the lobby.
Thank you, Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve's the best.
Not worthy. Kyle, who thinks he can make a better mac and cheese than me, is in the lobby.
That's it.
Still, Kyle, me and you.
Oh, you and your over the top.
Over the top, Kyle?
Work the switch.
Eric Spencer. What's up, buddy? Eric Spencer. Good old Burlington boy. Yep.
But
big Rome in the house.
Let's get down to the brass tacks.
Let's do it.
Very excited to finally get my boy on.
Mm-hmm.
It's been well overdue. But without any further ado,
don't die on us.
I'm not. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the great state of Wisconsin, we might need closed captioning due to the Boston accent and the Wisconsin accent on this one. From Dead Broke BBQ and Barbecue Tavern Talk every Sunday night, the one, the only, Jeff Rice, better known to everybody as Ricer. What's up, brother?
What's up, dude?
Not much, guys. How you doing? Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. We're starting to get into the fall season here and get a little bit of snowflakes in the air. So, it's a good time to, like Greg was saying a little earlier, it's a good time to get out there and practice doing some ribs, man.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I'm here.
Absolutely.
I'm really fired up to have our conversation tonight.
I really like that plaque thing. You got the Dead Broke BBQ plaque behind you. That thing is bad ass looking.
Thank you. Actually, a subscriber sent that to me, and
he's got the hue lights behind him too. He's got the lights just light that all up.
He's a professional.
This
I told you. You think I was joking?
We'll get into that, but that's amazing.
Rice has got his shit together.
Legit.
The video, the sound. It's. He's giving us run for our money.
I try.
So, Jeff, for anybody who does not know, who is, well, this could be technically be a two-parter if there is. Who is Jeff Rice and who is Ricer? Or is it kind of the same? Or is Ricer the alter ego?
Well, to be honest with you, Ricer is a nickname that I've had for years, decades, to be honest. It just fit in line. One of my buddies, his name is Hans. He just started calling me Ricer, and it just stuck. And I actually named one of my dogs after my nickname, and so it was Ricer and Ricer. So nice. It was actually it's a long story, but to narrow it down, people just call me Ricer.
Nice. That's like
no alter ego.
Mags
no alter ego.
Or Magsy. The last name gave you gives the the nickname.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You
Just
know,
put an
'cause-
R after it, I guess.
Because
you know?
you ever run into any Sullivan who ain't called Sully?
Not one.
Exactly.
True story.
So, Jeff, how long have you been barbecuing? And
Uh,
especially being, in Wisconsin, just like New England, not quite
Mhm.
known for barbecue.
Cold
mhm.
on the off seasons.
Oh, real cold.
Real cold, especially where you are.
Right, right. Well, I guess I could say that I started barbecuing back when I was about 16 years old with my dad. My dad and his best friend. His best friend was a butcher, and they both worked on the fire department. And they would do full hogs in a rotisserie. Actually, they could do 3 hogs at once. It was actually
wow.
awesome. And so I would sit there and watch that. And then as we got, a little bit older, we'd just take that rotisserie and maybe put a couple shoulders on it or a couple picnics or something. So I kind of started with the whole pork deal. But then when I was 16 or 17, I was down in Texas with my parents. My aunt lived down by Luckenbach area. And we went out for brisket. And that was probably when I thought, it's just not pork. You can do beef too.
Yep.
So it was so I was about 25-ish years, but I would say that when I really started to get into it was about 15 years ago. 15 years ago is when I really started buying special pits or dealing with like rubs more than just your salt, pepper, and garlic. I mean, that's how my dad. I always call it my dad's boring rub, but my dad's boring rub was what went on everything. So, but it was good. It was good. But about 15 years is when I started to really get into more of the beef type of smoking, let's say brisket and beef ribs.
My favorite.
Oh, yeah.
John and I love a good beef rib.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I
Still my
just
favorite.
bought I just
3-bone plate any day.
I called my wife from the restaurant depot the other day and asked her if it was going to cause a fight if I brought home another double 3-bone plate of beef ribs. They come in a 2-pack. Because they're hard to find.
Okay. Actually, we got a question right off the
Yes,
bat
we
from
do.
Kyle Alexander
Let's
for
go,
you
Kyle.
there, Jeff.
Yeah.
Kyle has a place in Colorado. What
Mhm.
what do you recommend smoking in the winter besides ribs on just a basic offset? So obviously the temperature wise, cold. What's your opinion here?
Well, I mean, it hopefully has an insulated, firebox. I mean, that's pretty important. That's why I don't have a stick burner here at my new location in my house anymore because I need to save some money for an insulated firebox for the wintertime. But I would say that, I mean, you can cook anything. It just depends on how much fuel you have sitting there. And it's going to take a little bit longer, even like cooking in a pellet grill or a kettle. I mean, I've cooked when it's 15 degrees out many, many times, but you're going to add about an hour cook in that kettle or even in a pellet grill. You're going to add more time to it just because and a lot more fuel, a lot more fuel.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's
you
the
can
truth.
certainly
Yeah.
cook anything, but if you don't want to tend it, get yourself some type of little Wi-Fi probe temperature thing like a ThermalWorks or something like that. Yeah, you got to pay a little bit of money, but man, if you can sit in your recliner and watch your pit cook, that's a lifesaver too. But
Especially in the
don't
cold.
it's never not barbecue season around this place. I'm
That's right,
always
yep.
doing something.
Yep.
Same here. They're like, oh, barbecue season. What are you guys doing in the winter? We grab a shovel and shovel out the smokers and the grills.
Right,
and
I hit
make
it
a
we put a
fast,
coat
yeah.
on.
I actually hit it first. My wife's like, I come in from shoveling. She's like, I'm out there for an hour. She's like, so when are you going to do the driveway?
But yeah, absolutely. With the insulated firebox,
I'll have
you
one of those
burn
real.
up
I'll
some
have one of
cold-
those real soon.
That's it.
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
I saw that certain Mr. Newland in here earlier.
Yep.
He's watching, and yes, I heard you had a little conversation about me the other day, Ryan. I have turned
I told him how much you liked the other brand.
the other brand, yeah. But yeah,
And I said,
I'm gonna-
you when you cook, when you know you
Ryan's
cook on,
building me my insulated firebox.
when
We'll
you
put it
when
that
you
way.
cook on the one I'm getting, Ryan's building me a 500 custom. In case you weren't in the know, Jeff.
I knew that actually.
You
I saw
did.
that when you had him on.
Get that? Oh, and the trailer pots just came in. Little teaser. The trailer
Right.
packages, the trailer parts are in.
So
Anyway,
my next question, Jeff,
Mhm.
started with him. From him. How did this? Tell us the story of how Dead Broke BBQ became Dead Broke BBQ.
Well, from my past employer, I'm a former, worked in a utility company for electric company, and the engineer and I were talking, and he knew that I was cooking all the time, and he raises cattle, to be honest with you. So we were always talking barbecue and everything, and I'm like, well, I just need to do a channel. I need to do it. But I said, I used to make videos. I've been making videos actually since I was 16 years old. That started with school. We made all kinds of fun stuff. But I knew if I was going to do a channel, I was going to have to get some serious equipment. And I just blurted it out, but I'm so dang dead broke. And he goes, well, you just named your channel. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, Dead Broke BBQ. I said, perfect. All right, there we go.
Magic.
And I made the YouTube channel pretty much immediately, but I didn't post for about a year and a half because I changed jobs, and like everybody, you got to change a job. You want to change some, learn what you're doing. But yeah, I had a pressure from a good friend of mine, Hans. I talked about him earlier. He's been on me for 10 years to get back into YouTube again, because when we were kids, which we weren't really kids, but we made videos all the time. And I was actually on YouTube back in 2007.
Wow.
But that was just for us. It was just for us buddies. We kept it private. It was a goofy thing, but it was all about fantasy football leagues. We had a big fantasy football leagues for a few decades. So, but yeah, Dead Broke BBQ came from a conversation with an engineer.
Perfect.
It's funny how things just happen like that. By
That's
accident,
it.
that's the best way. Sit
Mhm.
there and try to think about it for forever and
Yep.
can't come up with anything. And then one day, the light bulb.
That's it. So Dead Broke BBQ is the name of your YouTube channel. So
Correct.
where do you find your inspiration for your videos? And you've come up with some pretty good ones. There was one right back when the COVID lockdown started. He's literally walking down the neighborhood in a hazmat suit. It was tremendous.
Yeah, I have to admit, when it comes to my YouTube videos, I wing everything, and if it pops in my head, I go with it. And like that hazmat suit deal, just kind of, it was COVID just started, and I'm like, well, how I might have saw my buddy wearing it or something like that, and I'm like, okay, I got to do the same thing here. We
Yeah.
got to have some fun with this. And but typically, like my show, Barbecue Tavern Talk, there's a little bit more preparation on that. I want to do some talks with the guest and get an idea. But to be honest with you, I cook what we're going to eat and
Yeah.
what I've been kind of planning on eating. But there's always ad lib stuff that just pops into this melon of mine, and it comes and blurts out on the camera. And most of the time, it's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Sometimes I have to cut it out because it might get a little naughty. But I'm trying to be family friendly, but with a redneck hillbilly goofball Viking style of humor.
Yep, that's for sure. Yeah, because that's pretty much the same with me. It's my videos, I had the channel with no content, so I could, jump into chats and with everybody and stuff like that. And they're like, "When are you going to throw something on? When are you going to throw something on?" And I'm like, "The hell with it!" And I just did it. The old advice. What's the advice you give for someone who's thinking about starting a YouTube channel?
Just do it.
Do it. Do
Yeah.
it.
If you don't start, you're never going to get that
Exactly.
one out the door.
And that's how I do my videos, is basically what we're eating. Our food prep for the week would be, I might get, 2, maybe 3 videos on a weekend if I'm going to do some ribs or a pork butt, some chicken, and, that's
Film
how
a multitude of them at
Yeah.
one time.
that's
And
how I do it.
Yeah.
But
And they're coming along really good too.
we're getting there. We're getting there. It needs work. I'm no ricer. That's for sure. But
In time.
Schmitty, what's up, Schmitty?
all the boys are in there.
What's up, John Barton?
John Barton, thank you so much. I got the great little package from Jonathan the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Some nice cigars, some
Ooh.
Cubans.
Oh,
Yeah, and a nice Barton barbecue T-shirt. So, Jonathan, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Nice.
So with your videos, you have come into a lot of work with some different companies with different
Mhm.
cookers. So,
Right.
I know you've thinned the herd a little bit now, but so what are you cooking on now?
Well, I still have the Oklahoma Joe's Rider DLX, that pellet grill. I got the Bronco from them. I have a Smoke Daddy 1190 pellet grill, and as we speak, a cabinet smoker from them is on its way here. Another pellet one that they produce. I've got my Slow and Sear kettle, and I have the Master Built. I just actually gave one of my best friends. He's got a Pit Boss vertical, and I just gave him my little Weber kettle that I did where I drill the hole out and screw up when I'm putting my Ultra Q on. But yeah, so that's really what I have right now. I downsize as I kind of like run a library, let's say, and I really like the Slow and Sear kettle compared to the Weber just a regular premium, performer. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Or premium, and
Is it the Slow and
it's just
Sear
got it's got all the mods on it already.
Is
So
the Slow and Sear just
that's
an
why I
insert?
got it.
You can buy an insert.
So is there a Slow and Sear model for the Weber, or is it just that's just an insert you put in, isn't it?
There's a kettle now too. They've got they came out with a new kettle.
Okay.
22. I think there might be talks of maybe next year of a 26, but yeah, they came out with their own. I call it the Tom Horseman and Phil and Florence modded kettle. It's got all the things that they were adding to it already. So it's and I was like, well, this is I love Weber kettles. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but I've got other cookers that are coming in here soon, so I have to make room. I've already given up my space in the garage.
So it's a Slow and
I
Sear.
don't want my wife to have to.
It's by Slow and Sear, this kettle. It's by the company Slow and Sear.
Got it. By Slow and Sear.
I've seen that.
And
I've seen
they've
that,
got
actually.
a Kamado too.
I've
They've got a
seen
Kamado
videos.
too. So
okay, interesting. Which is actually a good one to run in the winter. Always had some good luck running my green egg during middle of winter. I've done 8 degrees, 3 degrees, like 0 degrees. That thing goes. But one thing I've found is you put that, I got the Pit Viper, with the CyberQ Cloud. It gets a little condensation in the fan. There's really, really, really cold nights. That fan will freeze up on your ass. I check it from my bed. I go, 190 degrees? What? Going down, the fan's all frozen. Take it inside with a hair dryer. I'm like, looks like I'm staying up.
Is yours the metal cased one?
The metal cased, yeah.
Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out with the plastic case now,
It doesn't freeze up.
the new updated one. So I think that might help a little bit on that part of it.
Yep. Nice. So you said you had it. What is your favorite one to cook on right now out of all of them? Did you say?
I'm gonna say it's the
Slow and Sear?
I mean, that's my go-to grill. Okay, the darn little thing. My favorite cooker right now, hands down, is this Smoke Daddy 1190. They're made in Gurnee, Illinois, Elgin, Illinois. It's the controller is incredible. I will say this: I've never had a pellet grill that from left to right that I have such consistent temperatures. And they're a small little company, and they're just right. I mean, they're border people. They're right on the border of Wisconsin, and I'm up here and in the center of the part of the state. So it just makes sense to be a part of with those guys.
Yeah.
This family owned, small little business, and
local, yeah.
They make a quality product. I call them kind of the middle of the road. They're not a box store, and they're not a big, huge like Yoder smoker.
Right.
But they're right in between there, and it's damn good cooker. I'm excited to get the cabinet though. That's the next one. So I'm pretty.
Is that that's a pellet cabinet? You said.
Yeah, pellet cabinet.
I don't see too many pellet driven cabinets really around that much.
No.
You don't really see a ton of those, right?
No, I mean there's Pit Boss and Louisiana Grills, same company by Dawson's, but
not in cabinet format with the double doors on the front or anything. Like that.
This is just a single doors. These are all single doors, but but it's still it's a smaller cabinet, but it's a bigger cabinet. When you start looking at it compared to like the Pit Boss, it's bigger than the Pit Boss and all that.
Nice.
So what would you say your tomorrow is your choice? You have a chance to pick one piece of barbecue that you can cook for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Whoa, you like that one?
That might become a lifetime question.
I just thought of that one right on the fly.
I like that.
One piece of barbecue.
If this answers that, I mean, hopefully this does. I just bought a whole case of chuck plate ribs from my local butcher, and so that's 10 racks of chuck plates. So yeah, so they're sitting there ready for me to pick up. So if I could only cook one thing, it would be beef ribs. I mean, that's brisket on the bone.
I'm supposed to say bone-in brisket. There you go. I mean, you just can't beat it. The only other thing that's so sticky and delicious that doesn't have the bone would be beef cheeks.
True.
Love a good beef cheeking. Anyway.
Oh,
barbacoa, baby.
I had a wonderful. I'm getting so hungry right now. I had a great conversation with Charlie from Pickles Barbecue about ice cream earlier, so I got all sugared up on that. Now we're back into beef ribs and everything. Oh boy, good thing I got two more trays.
Speaking of Charlie, I want to give him a quick little shout out because he helps me so much with my barbecue tavern talk on Sunday nights, and he's one heck of a guy. And we can't know every single YouTuber out there in the planet, and
somehow he does.
or comp cooks or something, or manufacturers. And so Charlie, he's behind the scenes helping me a lot with my show.
Nice.
Which is a great segue into Tavern Talk.
Okay.
You love a good segue.
Oh, absolutely. I won't. You'll never see me on one.
Yeah.
But
I'd pay more to see you on a segue than maybe you twerking. But we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah. No. How did the Tavern Talk come about, and why did you start it up? And it's a great show. If you're listening and haven't caught any, don't know about Tavern Talk, it is every Sunday night at 8:00 Eastern time on the Dead Broke BBQ channel, and you have also started a Tavern Talk channel for all the previous episodes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How I got into it is because I had all this equipment, and I have stuff that you guys can't see, obviously, but I have my editing software, and it pushes over into other stuff, and I'm like, well, I have a lot of things here. I want to go live. And I said, but instead of just going live, I kind of want to talk with somebody. And I thought if I could throw Tavern in there, it would be the best for me, because I always think about when I was younger and we go on the Tavern, we just talk about anything. And it doesn't matter. You're just kind of relaxing, having a beer and talking BS with your buddies. And that's kind of what I did with my show. Now, I don't have a guest every week. I don't. I try to get a few. I am taking a little bit of break because I got some videos that I have to produce because of obligations and stuff like that. So that Sunday, I pretty much for half the day I kind of work on my show and getting everything prepared. So if I can have half a day of especially now that it's getting darker out earlier, if I can have a half a day of filming, that's a little bit more productive for me for my channel. But the barbecue tavern thing, it's fun because I enjoy BSing with people, and I want to bring anybody in that wants to come in and has at least some type of setup, and they don't have to have fancy audio or anything like that, but they got a good cell phone and it's going to stay charged and come in. But the barbecue tavern talk, it was just kind of pulled out of the equipment that I had sitting here, really. I wanted to intermingle live with some of my subscribers, and I thought, well, this is a good way. Plus, let's bring Johnny Mags on, so and throw him out there a little bit. But I started the other channel, Barbecue Tavern Talk, which I'll eventually go over to there and probably just do my show from there. But I had to start that because my channel was getting so confusing. Is this a podcast, or are you a fun outdoor backyard barbecue enhancing, type of cook? So as you grow, you got to kind of like kind of hone into things. And actually, Justin from Baby Back Maniac is the one that suggested that I pulled that trigger on that. So, and thank you, Justin. It was a smart decision.
You want to ask that question?
Yeah, ask me any. I'm not afraid of anything.
Well, this one was a direct shot at him.
Kyle, you motherfucker.
So Kyle asks again another question. Do you do editing and producing for others, say like Babyface over here wants to show off his 5-gallon at an event?
They're never going to let me live this down because I shaved my beard about a month ago.
No.
But look at me now, Dad.
I told you, once it's there, it's stuck. You're done.
Okay, by the way, this kid Matt can't even grow facial hair. Just so you know.
Hey.
He's the one pushing it.
That's all right.
Anyway, Kyle.
Well, to answer Kyle's question, that is an option that I've been looking at going further into the future. I do have done some some video interview things for other companies that are in my area. I've done some stuff for the company that I actually work with, some, things that they can use at their conferences and different things. I have actually thought about doing that as another, if I can get where I can do the YouTube thing as my full-time thing, then other people's videos would be my side hustle. But yeah, I mean, it's most certainly, it's all I got to do is produce it. And, the filming part is hard for me to go outside of a certain radius, obviously. I don't want to travel and pack all my gear. But if somebody else videotapes stuff, I have no problems. You send me your stuff and we'll make a video out of it for sure.
Does that answer your question, Kyle? Are you happy, Kyle? We will have good audio on the Pit Reveal, Kyle.
Right.
You're very sensitive right now. You're taking this very personal.
I'm not. I'm just busting balls.
But what I like about the Tavern Talk is, just like you said, it's a chewing the fat session with everybody. The day Sunday evening when you go live, I think is a great time because obviously it's a lot of barbecuers and it's Sunday night. It's the end of the night. Everyone's going to kick back, relax. Your cook is done for the weekend. Sit back, have a nice adult beverage of your choice, and you have a guest on. Call it the first hour or so, and then it's like an open forum. You reading the chat and everybody. You always ask every week. So that was a great interview with such and such. Great information, great content, but let's get talking. What have you all cooked this weekend? It's the perfect time. I love the time.
Thank you.
The fun, and you have a lot of fun with it. All the way
I really
down to your intermission. Now.
Yeah.
How did the intermission begin? Because it has become it has taken on a life of its own, in my opinion. Yeah. And even my wife's, because I'll be sitting there on the couch, or even if we're dead tired, I'm watching in bed, and I literally get up myself and go do it. And she laughs her ass off. It is called the Pea Break Polka.
Yeah,
I don't know this.
Oh God,
you don't.
I don't.
Do you have? Can you cue it up real quick?
Oh yeah, I probably could. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it'll come over. But you guys will get copy strike though because it's.
It is a copy. It's a legit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never
legit,
mind.
Yeah. I can't
we don't
do
want
that.
Oh,
Come on Sunday.
I thought it was just
a freebie.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
That's a copyright song.
Oh, never mind.
I own the copyright rights to it.
Oh.
It all became because I live in a very German, Polish, Norwegian area. So polka Sundays is a must. Our radio stations play polka, in the morning before church and then after church, a couple of them. So it just became like the Pea Break polka. And my good buddy John Solberg helped me put the sound effects in it because he is a I can edit video like crazy, but when you get into some of the garage band stuff and all that, it gets a little confusing for me. So he helped me a lot with all that. And yeah, I mean, like I just threw it out there to everybody on my show again 2 weeks in a row that contact me, film some really cool toilets, because I want to make it into a video instead of just looking at my background when I go take a piss. Because after drinking 3 or 4, maybe even 6 beers, like I did with Rye, I got to have a pee break polka, man. I got to get up and go, check out a horse, go shake a hand with a horse or whatever they call that thing, But and so it just, but I've literally, like Russ Jones has said, I'm pinching here, Jeff. When's the pee break polka? I'll see that in the
I
chat."
brought it up in the chat
That's pretty good.
a couple weeks ago myself. It's like, hey, Risa, polka time.
No one would appreciate a pee break polka more than myself. I go before the show. I go after the show.
Like I said, it's really became a life of its own, and it's really become truly a highlight of the show. It's that point, because once the pee break polka time, we're down to talking cue, fielding questions.
You know who I wish had a
letting the chat go. Take your tie off. Now we're in the tavern. We're drinking some beers. We're done with work. That's kind of how the whole idea, kind of the concept of it was. But yeah, it's just my goofy imagination, fellas. That comes
who I wish had
a
pee polka break was during the barbecue talk show when I had to go so bad, I had the earbuds in that I just walked away from
Matt
the
and
screen.
Ryan.
Mid-stream discussion, I walk away, leave the camera, go over to the shed, and he's like, "What are you doing right now?" I'm like, "Nothing." He's like,
because you had the earbuds.
I had my earbuds in. He's like, "Are you watering your plants?" Like, I sure am.
But yeah, definitely check it out every Sunday night at 8:00 Eastern time, right on this channel. It's fantastic.
I meant to watch it this Sunday.
Great guests. Great content, great conversations. It's just an incredible way to, unwind from your barbecuing weekend. Like I said, the timing is, it's perfect. I absolutely love it.
And there's, like, right now there might be some guys that can't come and watch because their football team's playing, and I get all that, but it's not NFL season all year long. So I'm like, Sundays just made sense for me because of making a video. My time to film is Saturday and Sunday, sometimes in the summertime, Friday nights, and I'm trying to do 1 video a week, and now I'm trying to do 2 while I have to have it. So Sunday just made the most sense. My boys are very active in sports too, so that's another reason during the week I can't do it. I don't want to miss their stuff. They're only 14, they're only in high school for so long and in middle school for so long. So.
Yeah, like my only day to film anything is Sunday. Unless I do an overnight cook Saturday. Sunday is the day of, to get some videos down, get some content rolling.
It's tough during the week.
It's,
work,
tough.
Come home, you're tired. It's,
Oh,
not usually cooking maybe a ton during the week. Sometimes, it depends. Always usually the weekends. That's the excuse. Get your cook on.
Nice.
Yeah, have a couple beers.
So, Rice, with the back to the equipment and everything, do you have your eye on anything? A little shiny glimmer in the future?
For more equipment?
Yeah.
Have you even talked about what he's using right now?
Or are you talking like video equipment?
I'm sorry. Yes, video equipment.
Well, this thing showed up in the mail, so there's another camera that I got. So now I'm up to 4. And there's a reason behind that when you're trying to do these different camera angles and all that. And my boys help me, and my wife helps me. Everybody has a task. Sometimes it's my wife will be the person. Like on Saturday, she was the person to help film my B-roll when I'm in the pit or whatever. And then Sunday it was my oldest, and then the week before it was my youngest. So everybody kind of takes a thing to run the gimbal and all that different types of stuff. But So that's the big thing. My biggest goal right now is to get out of in between my house and my garage and have a big wide open back, because I have a nice backyard. I really do. Woods, a little bit of swamp down there. I always talk about that's my swimming pool, but I'm trying to get where I can get some concrete poured in the back and make a little patio and covered up and do that type of stuff. Lights, I've got about 17 lights in my wish list in Amazon, so I just gotta, there's never enough lighting.
Yes.
Mics, spare mics, different things like that, because I've got my video that just came out last week, it was probably the best turkey breast I've ever done in my life, but the audio was garbage because I accidentally bumped the presets, and like they say, shit happens, and now I'm trying to patch things up and make it, but now I want a backup mic that's literally on me. I don't want just one now I want to go cooking with rye style and have two on me, so there's never enough stuff.
Look at Ben.
But I think probably
Ben's in love right now. Look at him.
Feel free.
You want to talk? Do you want to say something, ahead. Ben? He's so excited to talk.
He's itching over here.
No, I just booked my trip to Wisconsin.
That's what I was busy doing. Come on over, man. Come on over.
Ben's like shaking his head, like, "Yeah." Are you talking about equipment? He's like, "Yep."
You guys got your toys. I got my toys.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that a gaming chair that you're sitting in, sir?
Yeah, it's actually a gaming chair. Yeah.
Takes one to know one. What's your favorite?
Is that embroidered ricer?
Are you a
No, it's racer.
Oh, are you a PC? Are you a PC gamer? Xbox?
No, I'm actually not. This is actually my youngest, his chair.
Okay.
And my wife has been saying, well, because she always picks on my old night, and I'm not kidding you. I got a 1970s office chair that I sit on in here. And it's too low, so I'm always like, it's just a long story. But she's like, well, you got to get a new chair. I said, well, before I get a new chair, I'm just going to take one of the boys and try it out for a while behind here. But yeah, my boys are Xbox, PlayStation, and all that, like all the kids. But me, I'm a Clash of Clanner.
I have twin. Yes. I have twin 11-year-old boys.
Sure.
And it was like, Dad, we need a gaming chair.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You have a chair. You have a desk chair. I sat on the ground and played video games. What is this gaming chair you speak of?
I sat on this thing called a coffee table.
Right?
You didn't play.
I sat on this thing called a shag rug.
Exactly.
That's what I played on. It was a gaming chair.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now you do.
Torn up.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Obviously you're a guest on us, but you have a busy week coming up, if I'm not mistaken, on shows. Everyone wants Ricer this week.
Apparently.
Yeah, I have a hot commodity. I don't know. It's like hopefully it becomes a search term or something like that on YouTube. But yeah, I'm on with James tonight from Aim 'em Claim 'em. I'm going to be on with him. And then Thursday, once a month, I usually join Steve Ray over at the Owl's Nest Barbecue.
Good dude. What a great dude.
Steve's actually the one that got me on the Barbecue Central show when I was on there for a while. And I will be on again. Greg's told me I'm coming back again sometime. And Greg's kind of got this revolving chair now type of deal. But yeah, Steve's the one that actually found me, and John and him are kind of the guys that got me involved into I would say John's probably the guy that got me on the Barbecue Central show, but yeah, good guys, good friends of mine, and
Nice.
And I want to get back onto Greg's and not just be singing, because I was over there singing for that one time for like 2.5 months. I don't know if you know that, but I am the reigning champion of the Barbecue Central American Idol thing. So
yeah, I think one of the pictures we had was from that. You had the Elvis sunglasses and the slash top hat. And...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was getting ready to go on the show, I think, or something, or I was practicing, and I'm like, come over and check me out. But no, I've got a busy week on the live streams, but I like it. You know, I got the equipment. Might as well turn it on, right?
Mhm.
Oh, damn straight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But man, Raisa, thank you so much. This was great. Where can everybody find you? You know, social media wise. Obviously, YouTube is at Dead Broke, but
Yep. Well, my Instagram is Dead Broke BBQ. I try to post something at least once a week over there. I'm not crazy active. I need to get my boys up to speed on that. No, kidding. I'm kidding. But
free labor.
I've got I got a little Facebook, Dead Broke BBQ. But really, it's just YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and it's always going to be Dead Broke BBQ. So
I just had a quick
find
question.
me there. I'll have a
quick
website
one.
eventually and all that different stuff, but you know, it's baby steps. It's always baby steps in this racket.
One quick question I meant to ask earlier. Have you ever
Yeah.
done any competitions or plan on doing anything like that?
I'm a former football coach, youth football coach, and I would be divorced if I became a comp cook because I wouldn't stop until I won.
Weekends. Yeah.
And my
Take care of
wife had a hard time and struggles at times when I was coaching because it was literally I locked myself into a hole for 5 or 6 months until it was over. So if I became a comp cook, we'd be in trouble. I'd be sleeping in the grocery store parking lots in my
Sleeping in the
Dodge
camper.
Datsun or whatever whatever you want to call it.
Got
So
it.
it wouldn't last. She'd be
Gotcha.
like, all right, you're out of here. I deal with your videos enough. I can't deal with you being a comp cook.
How many B-rolls
But
do you
want
want
to
a
join.
week?
I want to be on some team sometime
Yeah.
and be the guy that has to go get the ice or take the old, the membranes and throw them in the dumpster and stuff like that, and just hang out. Be the beer chaser. I'm going on a beer run, fellas. But I will come back. But no, I would like to be a part of one of those bigger cooks sometime with some of those guys. But to do that as my hobby, no, not until at
Gotcha.
least my boys are done, and then my wife and I can live in an RV or something.
There you go. Well,
Nice.
obviously, Raisa,
Hashtag goals.
thank you so much, brother. This
Thanks,
was
Raisa.
great.
Thank
I love
you.
you. Thank you for taking some time out.
Love you guys too. Appreciate
Like I said,
it,
this
man.
was well overdue.
Thank
But,
you.
we got
All
it
right. It was
because oddly enough, I figured out that I tried once before a few weeks back, and I'm like, all right, this is weird. He's not texting me back. What the hell is? I had the area code wrong.
Oh,
It was what's the area code? 51
715 by me.
715. I had 751 in my phone. I'm like, that's why, you dumbass.
Yeah.
But we
Well, hey,
straightened that
I
out.
really appreciate you guys having me on. It's been my pleasure, and thank you so much. And I come and try every Tuesday at 4:00 Central. I try to get in here by you guys if
Nice.
I'm not, if I'm around the computer. So
We are
good job,
perfect.
fellas.
We
I enjoy your show a lot.
appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.
Hang
We will
tight.
definitely do it again.
Hang tight till
You
after
bet.
the outro, Raisa.
All right, sounds good.
Well, that's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. Social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram at Pit Life BBQ.
Oh, hey.
And also...
Hey, Barbecue Broker on Instagram, on
what's he
Facebook as
choking
well.
for?
I did. I was like,
What are you choking
I
for?
don't know. Anyway, check out the New England Pitmaster Group. Tickets on sale for this weekend's collaboration event at Long Blue Cat. $40, all you can eat barbecue, charities,
A few different charities going
all
on.
day
Great
event, all you can eat from 1 to 10. It's going to be awesome. So that's all I got. Thank you, Uncle Steve.
Thank
once
you,
again.
Uncle Steve.
Huge
Much
shout out.
appreciated. So check out Rice's Dead Broke BBQ and Tavern Talk on Sundays.
Absolutely.
Great videos, great content. Really great guy.
Yep.
Laid back, like I told you.
Mhm, totally.
Check out Uncle Steve. We got the triple threat
Yes.
competition line now.
Which is the new
pig-
bird powder
The
in the-
bird powder
The
is
cow
the new
and the pig.
pig powder, cow powder, and bird powder.
Good stuff.
Fantastic.
I mean, I don't know how he does it. He just comes up with this stuff.
But
Anywho,
like always, guys, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. We love you all. The numbers are fantastic, as always.
Love you guys.
It's all because you guys. Thank you so much.
absolutely.
have fun this weekend. I'm going to see what I can do, depending on if I got a piece or not. And
We'll be there. So you'll be rolling home from work. You can just stop right in and grab some grub.
All right, baby.
Until next week.
Till next week. Keep the
smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.